BoxingVoice.com. We are here with Bryant Jennings here in Brooklyn. Bryant, you fought last Friday, against Fedosov. Tell us about your performance. Tell us how you felt you did against him.
My performance was, I think I did pretty good. I had a very strategic performance. Everybody know that I never did watch any tape on the guy, so I pretty much adjusted in the ring. My strategy, I think I executed it pretty well. Probably could have done a little more things, could have been a little more, polished in some areas. But, the 6-month layoff really didn't affect me at all. But, I had a tough fighter in front of me. The guy was a come-forward fighter all night. And, I kind of, waited till he calmed down because, a lot of the heavyweights are, 5-round guys. So I had to wait till he calmed all the hype stuff down.
Now, I heard a lot of talk. Everyone was saying that you put a lot in the first 5 rounds, actually. That you kind of gassed out before the stoppage. I mean, tell us about that. Tell us about the stamina, about what people are saying, because that's what I've heard. So I just want to get your opinion on that.
See, the actual people that actually know me, that actually, that's at the training camp, that's watched me run, I can run 10 miles in an hour and 8 minutes. People can go on my Nike app and they can see how much I run, they can see what I do. It's a fight. Freddie Roach even said it when he was commentating. A champion, you pretty much have to, pace yourself. So I was pretty much just pacing myself. I can do that. I'm not a dumb fighter. I'm not going to waste all my energy in one round. I know damn well better than not to do that. So, I pretty much was just spacing myself out. We had 4 more rounds left to go, and as you can see, I was just turning the fight up. I was only moving to where I had to move. Even when I was moving up and back and forth against the ropes, he was non-productive when I was doing that. And I seen something that he kept trying to come a little bit. So I just was like, hey, this guy really not doing nothing when I'm working against the ropes. Probably because in his arsenal, it don't fit for a person that pretty much just standing there. So I knew all of this. I have a great mind of boxing. I've been teaching. I've been taught by a great boxing trainer with them, Bryant Jennings. And it's smart. My mentality is decent.
So for those that never heard of Fedosov, what can you say about him? Because frankly, you guys had a good fight. I thought it was a good fight. A lot of people thought it was a good fight. You think Fedosov can compete with other guys in the heavyweight division? Yes,
Fedosov can definitely compete with other guys in the heavyweight division for the simple fact that, a lot of guys don't practice defense well. I'm a very good defender, and, that's pretty much one of the reasons why I didn't get tagged with a lot of the shots that he was throwing. His body shots wasn't affecting me. I do endless sit-ups. As you can see, like, my body is definitely in shape and condition to take anything, to take a lot of things. So even when he was hitting me to the body, I just let him go along with it, making it seem like he was doing something. So it was like, all right, you got the body all day, but I just wanted him to throw shots and wear him down, and I know for sure that he wasn't more conditioned than me. So I pretty much wanted to end, and I was nowhere near tired, nowhere near. Everybody knows that I'm nowhere near tired.
Well, you got the win, and that's what we all thought you were gonna do. News on Twitter, news on boxing forums was Kubrat Pulev was supposed to fight Chagayev, IBF eliminator. Chagayev said no. You're the next guy in line for the #1 contender in the IBF. Pulev and his team, Sunderland Promotions, said they reached out to Kathy Duva for a possible fight between you and Pulev. Winner gets Vladimir Klitschko. Have you heard about that? And what do you think of Kubrat Pulev?
I just actually read that on some of my mentions to my tweets. I drove here from Philly, so I didn't really get a chance to spend time on my phone. But I did see it. I didn't respond to it. But I know before they offered me a lesser amount than what they're trying to offer me now. Well, it's on Twitter, so they said on Twitter that it was a $50K offer, and I just was like, are you kidding me? Last time they offered me 25. So I'm quite sure they offer Adamek just as low as that, and that's the reason why Adamek denied it. That's the reason why I denied it. It came when I was I think it was in January or February. I denied it, and that may be the reason why Tyson Fury denied it also. So coming back around, if they try to lowball me again, and then we're going to deny it. But with my team, with my new manager, James Prince, I know for sure they ain't gonna try no slick shit. So so I leave it all in the hands of the great man that run the business. So my job is to just fight, just train, and leave all that up to them, which I have great faith in. And we ain't going for none of that cheap shit.
Well, I actually agree with you, because Fury turned it down. Adamek turned it down. Now you turn it down. So.
Yeah, and now if they keep talking that dumb stuff, I'm gonna turn it down again.
So looking past that, if there's one fight that main events can make that could probably propel you to a different stratosphere, it would be with Thomas Adamek. I mean, he fought 2 Philly fighters. Eddie Chambers arguably beat him. Steve Cunningham arguably beat him. Has there been any talk about you facing Thomas Adamek after his August 3rd fight at Mohegan Sun? Because I think, honestly, you win that fight, you're on a different stratosphere in the heavyweight division.
Yeah, I believe so, which I think I'm on a different stratosphere right now. See, what people don't pay attention to, what they don't look at, is just the full all-around boxer that I have become in such little time. You know, a lot of guys, they either have defense and don't have offense, or they have offense, don't have defense. They don't know how to move, they don't know how to step, they don't know how to compose themselves. They go wild when it's time for a knockout. As you can see, when I tried to go for the knockout, even though Fedosov had a tight guard up and he wasn't really that hurt, come to find out, but you know, my shots were very swift and I didn't look like a heavyweight in there. So you know, a lot of times, like, you got to look at the boxer in full, you know, and then you know, the way I look, the way I conduct myself, the way I speak, you know, me doing interviews, everything has to come into play to be a world-class, a very marketable individual as a heavyweight fighter in America. So I think I'm at the top. But you know, beating a guy like Adamek, you know, would definitely put me up there. But you know, it talks about me and him, not officially, maybe within me and, you know, my fellow peers or my Instagram or my Twitter followers. But it hasn't really come to me to where as though this is a solid questioning on whether me and him would match up. But if it is, then we definitely gonna do it. It's definitely not gonna be on NBC Sports. It definitely has the intention to be on, you know, either Showtime or HBO. So, you know, like I said before, you know, leave it up to my manager, leave it up to my team, and I'm quite sure if that fight happens, it's definitely gonna be something big, and I'm gonna be ready for it.
And obviously, the heavyweight division doesn't go any further than the Klitschkos.
Yeah, it does.
But before that, you got to earn that. You got to earn. I mean, even though some of their opponents haven't earned it.
Yeah.
But to be an American, to bring them over here to get that fight, it's got to be something. I mean, the winner of this fight, Banks Mitchell too. If Banks wins, obviously he's not going to fight a Klitschko. He trains him.
Yeah.
So do you see yourself having to beat a guy like Jonathan Banks to earn a shot at one of the Klitschkos? It's a rightfully possibility. So, you know, because he's up there, and I think this fight still has some significance to it. And I think Jonathan would still be, you know, atop of the best heavyweights, you know, in the world. So, you know, he has a spot that, of course, you know, that would you know, arguably be in front of me. So I think a fight with Jonathan would definitely be, you know, it'll be right in the future. You know, I respect Jonathan. He's a very humble dude. You know, don't say much, but he can speak for himself, and I think he would agree with me, you know, in return, that, you know, a fight with me and him would definitely come to place. I just got 2 more questions on other American heavyweights. Number one, what do you think of I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the name. Besides you, Alexander Povetkin.
Alexander Povetkin?
But I mean,
what do I think about him?
What do you think about him? Because not necessarily to win a world title, you have to beat a Klitschko, because he's got one. Yeah, well, no, that's a kiddie one. That's not really a world title, because the Klitschkos, we all know Vladimir and Vitaly has all the titles. What do you think about Malik Scott and Derek Chisora?
Malik Scott and Derek Chisora, come on. Malik's going to do work. That's easy work for Malik. Yo, Malik, that's my man. I respect him. I have the utmost respect for him. We come from the same gym. We from the same city. And, you know, everything is everything. He's definitely going to win that fight. He's a very good fighter. One of the most technical fighters in the game right now. You know, don't really express his power like that, but hey, he has technique, and the power really don't matter when he tagging the shit out you and you can't tag him. So shout out to Malik.
And I know this fight was mentioned a long time ago, and it didn't come to fruition because Golden Boy and main
me
events.
and Deontay Wilder.
You and Deontay Wilder.
I'm gonna exit on that. You know, I'm gonna say shout out to the Boxing Voice, and I'm gonna say shout out to my Twitter at Bryant Jennings. Shout out to my Instagram at Bryant Jennings. Shout out to my lawyer Josh Dubin. Shout out to my manager Jay Prince, trainer Freddie Jenkins, promoter Russell Peltz, right hand man Jesse Hart, you know, Fred Jenkins Jr. And, you know, the whole ABC Gym, North Philly, everybody, yo, shout out to everybody. Elite class, yeah, though.
And I ain't gonna lie, the last one. Tyson Fury came over here. and he did what he did against Steve Cunningham. I mean, later down the line, I mean, what do you think of Tyson Fury and as him as an opponent?
Tyson Fury, me and him and his opponent, Tyson Fury is definitely he's definitely a force to be reckoned with, but he has flaws, and the flaws that he have may be very costly in the heavyweight division. But I'm not going to degrade him as a fighter. I'm not going to degrade his heart. He definitely has talent. He definitely has some ability. But me being the more ability, me being the more able person, me being me. I represent me, myself, and I put myself in front of everybody in the world.
Well, there you have it, BoxingVoice.com. Bye-bye, Jennings.
Yeah, though.
Soon to be heavyweight champion. Yeah, though.